Have you ever found yourself reflecting on past choices, wondering if things could have turned out differently? As the years go by, the decisions we make can shape a life that is either rich in meaning and fulfillment, or one that slowly erodes our happiness and well-being. Some missteps may appear insignificant initially, but over time, they can lead to serious consequences, such as loneliness, financial hardship, or preventable health issues. In this discussion, we will explore 5 major mistakes that people commonly make in their later years, often without even realizing the long-term impact. Some of these might catch you off guard because they tend to happen gradually. People frequently overlook their effects until they become difficult to reverse. However, by identifying these patterns, you gain the ability to make wiser choices, minimize regrets, and take charge of your future. Stick around until the end, because this isn't just about steering clear of pitfalls. It's about crafting a life in your golden years that is filled with joy, purpose, and robust health. We will examine these 5 mistakes in detail, uncover why they occur, and learn how to sidestep them to ensure a brighter and healthier future. If you are determined to prevent yourself from unknowingly sabotaging your well-being, this is something you won't want to miss. A key misstep that often goes unnoticed until it's too late is the neglect of physical health. This often starts with minor habits, skipping daily walks, opting for processed foods over nutritious meals, or delaying doctor visits. Over time, these small lapses accumulate. Many assume that declining mobility and reduced energy are just inevitable aspects of aging. However, in reality, much of what people experience in later years is not due to aging itself, but rather to prolonged inactivity, inadequate nutrition, and failure to address health concerns early on. The human body thrives on movement. The less active you are, the more difficult it becomes to stay mobile. A sedentary lifestyle leads to muscle weakness, poor balance, and an increased risk of falls, which can have life-altering consequences. A single fall can result in fractures or injuries that take months to heal, sometimes permanently altering one's quality of life. Take the example of Richard, a 72-year-old who used to take morning walks daily, but gradually stopped. At first, he barely noticed a difference. However, within months he found himself easily fatigued, and simple tasks became daunting. By the time he recognized the need for physical activity again, he had lost significant muscle strength, making even short strolls challenging. Another commonly overlooked aspect is diet. Many believe that reduced appetite means nutrition is less of a concern. In truth, the aging body requires even more attention to certain nutrients, such as protein to maintain muscle mass, calcium for strong bones, and fiber for digestion. Consuming processed meals, skipping meals, or opting for convenience over health leads to deficiencies that drain energy, weaken the immune system, and increase the risk of chronic illnesses like high blood pressure and diabetes. Regular health checkups are equally important. Many individuals avoid visiting the doctor unless a serious issue arises. However, many conditions, such as high cholesterol, hypertension, and osteoporosis, show no immediate symptoms. By the time problems manifest, they might already be in advanced stages. Prioritizing routine screenings allows for early detection and treatment, which can prevent severe complications down the road. The encouraging news is that even small gradual improvements can make a significant impact. Walking for as little as 15 minutes a day, incorporating nutrient-dense foods into your meals, engaging in light strength training, and committing to routine medical checkups can collectively enhance quality of life. Taking care of your physical well-being isn't about resisting aging. It's about maintaining the ability to enjoy life's experiences to the fullest for as long as possible. Another major pitfall is social withdrawal. Many older adults slowly begin distancing themselves from family and friends, often without realizing the long-term consequences. It might begin with skipping social gatherings, making fewer phone calls, or assuming that loved ones are too busy to visit. However, this isolation can lead to loneliness, depression, and even a rapid decline in both mental and physical health. Humans are inherently social creatures, and maintaining strong connections is vital for overall well-being. Some believe that loneliness is an inevitable part of aging, but research strongly contradicts this notion. Studies have shown that prolonged social isolation can have the same negative impact on health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It heightens the risk of heart disease, weakens the immune system, and has even been linked to cognitive decline, increasing the likelihood of dementia. When the brain lacks regular stimulation from meaningful conversations, social interactions, and emotional support, its function deteriorates more quickly. Consider the case of Margaret, a 78-year-old who gradually stopped reaching out to her longtime friends. She convinced herself that they were preoccupied with their own families and didn't want to be a burden. Days turned into weeks, and eventually, months passed with little to no meaningful interaction. She found herself feeling increasingly disconnected, relying solely on television for companionship. Her mood worsened, her energy levels plummeted, and she lost motivation to engage in activities she once enjoyed. However, when she finally made the effort to reconnect, calling an old friend, joining a local discussion group, and inviting family over more frequently, she experienced a remarkable shift. She felt reinvigorated, her spirits lifted, and even her memory and cognitive function improved. A common mistake is relying exclusively on family for socialization. While close relatives are an essential source of love and support, expanding one's social circle beyond family can be incredibly enriching. Developing friendships with peers, participating in community activities, or engaging in hobbies that foster social interaction can significantly enhance one's sense of belonging and fulfillment. Actively maintaining and nurturing relationships requires effort, but the rewards are invaluable. Making phone calls, attending social events, joining clubs, or even engaging in online communities can help maintain a strong network of support. Finding opportunities to contribute, whether through volunteering or mentoring younger generations, can also instill a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. The later years of life can be some of the most rewarding and meaningful if approached with awareness and intention. While certain challenges come with aging, being mindful of common pitfalls can help pave the way for a more vibrant and satisfying life. By prioritizing physical health, staying socially engaged, and being proactive about overall well-being, it is possible to maintain independence, vitality, and happiness well into old age. Making even small changes today can lead to profound benefits in the future. After all, the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live better. Relying solely on family for social interactions can sometimes lead to disappointment, as loved ones have their own responsibilities. While family remains important, it's beneficial to cultivate a broader social network by engaging with friends, neighbors, or community members. Having multiple avenues for interaction enriches life, providing emotional fulfillment and reducing feelings of isolation when family members are unavailable. With modern technology, staying connected has never been easier, yet many seniors shy away from it due to unfamiliarity. However, incorporating simple tools like video calls, social media, or voice messages can help maintain strong relationships, particularly when meeting in person isn't possible. Learning these tools isn't about keeping up with trends. It's about ensuring you remain engaged and connected in a rapidly evolving world. The encouraging news is that it's never too late to reconnect. Whether by joining a club, volunteering, attending local events, or scheduling regular calls with friends, small steps can make a big difference. The aim isn't to fill up a social calendar, but to nurture meaningful relationships that keep you mentally sharp and emotionally enriched. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, drop a comment below to show your engagement. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed, Consider doing so and turning on notifications to stay updated with more content aimed at enriching your life. One of the biggest challenges seniors face is the reluctance to embrace change. Whether it's new technology, lifestyle adjustments, or evolving societal norms, many people resist adapting to the shifting world around them. Understandably, after decades of living a certain way, learning something new can feel overwhelming. However, refusing to adapt does not halt change. It only makes life more challenging and isolating. There's a common misconception that technological advancements are solely for younger generations. However, today, staying connected and managing everyday tasks often requires digital literacy. Whether it's learning to use a smartphone, navigating online banking, or making video calls, these are not just conveniences, but essential skills. When seniors refuse to adopt these tools, they risk exclusion from important conversations, struggle with tasks that could be simplified, and become more vulnerable to financial fraud due to a lack of understanding. Consider Albert, a 78-year-old who resisted using a smartphone, convinced his flip phone was sufficient. Over time, he found himself left out of family group chats, unable to access certain banking services, and missing out on digital conveniences that could have eased his life. Eventually, he decided to embrace change. With a little patience, he learned how to text, make video calls, and even order groceries online. What started as a reluctant effort soon became a gateway to newfound convenience and connection. Beyond technology, resisting change can manifest in outdated habits, whether in diet, home safety measures, or outdated medical advice. The mindset of, "This is how I've always done it," can be harmful, especially when safer and more effective alternatives exist. Additionally, relationships evolve, and clinging to past expectations can create rifts between generations. Younger family members have different communication styles, values, and lifestyles. Instead of resisting these differences, embracing them can strengthen bonds rather than create distance. Those who choose to adapt often find themselves feeling more connected and less frustrated. Change doesn't mean abandoning one's identity. It means staying flexible and open to new experiences. The world won't rewind, and those who embrace learning, adapting, and growing continue to thrive. It's never too late to explore fresh perspectives, and in doing so, change can bring unexpected joy and opportunities. Another significant challenge in aging is financial mismanagement. Many assume that financial matters become less important after retirement, especially if they have savings or pension funds. However, misjudging expenses, overspending, or failing to plan for unforeseen costs can turn a once secure financial future into a stressful situation. A common pitfall is underestimating medical costs, inflation, and emergencies, leading to rapid depletion of savings. It's not just about having money, it's about ensuring it lasts. Even those who were financially stable in their younger years can find themselves struggling if they fail to adjust their spending habits accordingly. Take Richard, a 72-year-old who believed he had enough savings to enjoy retirement without financial worries. He frequently traveled, bought gifts for his grandchildren, and dined out regularly. However, by his late 70s, he noticed his savings diminishing, unexpected medical expenses piling up, and a lack of preparation for long-term care costs. Eventually, he had to depend on his children for financial support, a situation he had hoped to avoid. Had he been more mindful of budgeting earlier on, he could have maintained his independence longer. Another mistake seniors make is neglecting financial planning. Many assume that retirement means no longer having to manage investments or budgets, but in reality, financial planning is a lifelong necessity. Making informed financial decisions in later years can greatly impact one's quality of life. Proper budgeting, prudent investments, and cautious spending habits can extend financial security, reducing the likelihood of dependency. The key is to stay informed, adjust spending habits as needed, and seek financial advice when necessary. Avoiding impulse purchases, prioritizing essential expenses, and planning for potential medical and long-term care needs can help ensure a more stable and comfortable future. Financial security isn't just about numbers. It's about peace of mind and maintaining independence for as long as possible. Ultimately, navigating aging successfully requires a balance of social connection, adaptability, and financial awareness. Staying engaged with friends and the community, embracing change with an open mind, and managing finances wisely can make a significant difference in overall well-being. The goal isn't merely to add years to life, but to add life to those years, ensuring they are rich, fulfilling, and free from unnecessary stress. By taking proactive steps today, seniors can pave the way for a future that is not just secure, but also vibrant and meaningful. Living a comfortable and stress-free life in your later years requires smart financial planning. Keeping track of expenses, understanding healthcare costs, and preparing for potential long-term care can prevent financial struggles down the road. Many seniors fall victim to scams, losing their hard-earned savings simply because they trust the wrong people. Fraudulent phone calls, deceptive emails, and dishonest individuals posing as financial advisors can deplete years of savings in an instant. Growing up in an era where people were generally more trusting, many seniors struggle to recognize modern financial scams. However, learning how to identify these threats, avoiding unsolicited financial offers, and consulting with a trusted financial advisor or family member before making major financial decisions can prevent devastating losses. True financial security in old age isn't about accumulating wealth. It's about making informed, wise decisions. By creating a well-thought-out budget, reducing unnecessary expenses, and planning ahead, you can ensure that your money lasts as long as you do. It's never too late to make financial adjustments. Even small changes today can be the difference between living with peace of mind and facing financial stress later in life. If you're still with us and finding this information helpful, drop a comment with the number 4 to let us know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a valuable update. Your support helps us create more content that informs and inspires. One of the most common yet overlooked mistakes seniors make is neglecting their mental growth and losing their sense of purpose. Many assume that retirement marks the end of personal growth, learning, and contributing to the world. But the reality is that having something to look forward to, a hobby, a passion, or a new challenge, is essential for staying mentally sharp, emotionally fulfilled, and physically active. A common misconception is that mental decline is inevitable with age. While aging does bring changes, the brain remains capable of learning and adapting throughout life. The true risk isn't aging itself, it's inactivity. When seniors stop engaging in stimulating activities, the brain slows down. Research has shown that those who continue to learn, whether through reading, solving puzzles, or developing new skills, are significantly less likely to suffer from cognitive decline. Consider Linda, a once active and curious woman who found herself spending most of her days watching television after retirement. Over time, she felt less engaged with life, began forgetting things, and withdrew from social interactions. But then, she enrolled in an art class at a local community center, something she had never tried before. Within weeks, she felt a renewed sense of excitement. Her mind felt sharper, and she even made new friends along the way. Another common mistake is failing to find a reason to wake up excited each morning. Many seniors spend decades working, raising families, and managing responsibilities. When those roles fade, they can feel lost and unfulfilled. Without a sense of purpose, boredom and depression can quickly set in. However, having a reason to stay engaged, whether through volunteering, mentoring, gardening, or writing, creates a sense of structure, motivation, and joy in everyday life. Some seniors hesitate to try new things, fearing failure or thinking it's too late to start. But the truth is, age has nothing to do with learning. Some of the most inspiring individuals have picked up new hobbies, launched careers, or learned new languages in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s. Growth doesn't stop when you reach a certain age. It stops when you decide to stop trying. Staying mentally active and having a sense of purpose not only improves mood, but also boosts longevity, cognitive function, and physical health. Those who remain curious and challenge themselves live happier, more fulfilling lives. No matter how old you are, your mind is still capable of growth, and your life still holds meaning. The key is to keep looking forward, continue learning, and never believe that your best days are behind you. Now that we've covered these crucial mistakes, take a moment to reflect on which of these might be affecting your own life or the lives of those around you. Aging isn't just about getting older. It's about making choices that shape whether your later years are filled with joy, purpose, and independence, or frustration and regret. The good news? Avoiding these mistakes doesn't require drastic changes. Small, intentional adjustments in your health, relationships, mindset, and finances can make a tremendous difference in your overall well-being. If you've been neglecting your physical health, now is the time to make it a priority. Stay active, eat well, and keep up with medical checkups. If you've been isolating yourself, reach out to old friends, build new relationships, and embrace technology to stay connected. If you resist change, remind yourself that adapting doesn't mean losing who you are. It means empowering yourself to stay independent in a rapidly evolving world. If financial concerns weigh on you, take steps to secure your future. Cut unnecessary expenses and safeguard your assets from potential scams. And if you've lost your sense of purpose, start small. Read a new book, explore a new hobby, or find ways to share your wisdom and experience with others. The choices you make today will shape the quality of your future. It's never too late to take control, make better decisions, and ensure that your later years are some of your best. Thank you for spending this time with us. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share one insight you gained from this video and how you plan to implement it in your life. Your comments not only inspire us, but also create a sense of community among our viewers. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content to guide and inspire you. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, remember, your best years are still ahead.